Beardy billionaire barrow boy Sir Alan Saccharin has gathered together 22 of the brightest stars in the business of Formula One. They'll all be put through Sir Alan's rigorous testing process. One by one, the underperformers will be eliminated until the F1 Apprentice is found. This week's task was a tough one, and many of the candidates have struggled to get to grips with the challenge and must now face Sir Alan in the boardroom.
What have you done? You've completely failed to follow the task I set you. You were supposed to qualify on pole, lead into the first corner and win the race. Instead, you were 24th on the grid, 2 places behind your teammate. You ran into a Super Curie at the first corner, stalled your bloody car in the pit, and then when you did get going again, you finally reached the flipping circuit, you spun off on cold tyres, you mashugana. You're a bloody liability. You're a lightweight. And for that reason, Christian Allburs, you're fired. Gareth Jones, on speed!
Hello, and welcome to another Gareth Jones on Speed. I'm the on speed bit, and these two are...
I'm Zog. I'm Richard Porter.
Men, did we enjoy the Barcelona Formula One race, or didn't we?
Loved it.
What was your favourite bits, anyone? Yeah, that was very reserved. You were on the phone to a mate all the time, though.
No, my brother rang me from Australia and went, I said, I'm sorry, I'm watching the Grand Prix. And he went, oh, right, I'll call you back. And I said, no, because, you know, he's calling all the way from Sydney. So we carried on talking, but every so often during the conversation I was going, ooh, ah, whoa, no way! And he was like, what is going on? I'm going to put it on TV here, so at least I know to expect when you go, ah, like when Heidfeldt's wheel nut came off with him.
Oh, nice catch by the Toyota mechanic.
That was brilliant.
There were actually a lot more incidents like that than there were overtaking.
Yeah.
There were wheels falling off. There were fires in the pit.
Yes.
Stuff. But despite that, it was a fantastic race from a racing point of view. Massad was just spectacular. I thought really.
Never was he at his most spectacular, Zog, when he left the pit lane with what seemed to be the interior, the mechanicals of his Ferrari on fire, and the flames oozed out through those cooling gills, you know, those sort of shark-like slats they have down the side of the side pods these days. And the flames, if you saw it on television, it was beautiful. Never have I seen a better example of F1 is on fire. I mean, he tore out the flames, breathed. It wasn't like the thing was on fire, it was like breathing. Have I gone on about this a bit much, do you think?
I think we've got
we've done it. We've done the fire.
I'm a Welshman. It was a very Welsh image. It looked like a dragon to me. I fell in love for a moment.
It looked like it was running on coal. And no, it was a great moment. For the first time this season, Michael Schumacher in the pits. Hi, I was in the area. I just thought they'd call in. And that was bizarre.
But they just can't get rid of him because at the last race, wasn't it? He was Michael was on the phone.
Yeah,
put a mobile phone call into Massad when he's on his way to the podium.
Hola, Felipe Daqui.
Hello, Felipe. Michael here. We were just wondering, how many world championships have you won? What? Was it 7? What? No! Oh, no, wait, that was me. Sorry to bother you. Bye!
It's extraordinary. But I thought, no, that's one thing, to call him on the phone, but actually being there in the pits, and he was on the pit wall with Jean Todt and everyone else. And Kimi's gone out, so poor Massa's out there on his own, trying to hold it together, keep the lead, and he's got Michael on the pit wall. Unbelievable.
Felipe, hi. Michael again. Well done on your record 91st win in Spain. What? Oh, no, wait. That was me. Bye.
On the positive side, though, Michael was not a fashion disaster, and there's always the danger when he's not in, racing driver mode. When he's out of the overalls, there's always the risk of that, some kind of very bad hat or shirt thing happening.
Have you seen Michael in cowboy boots? It's a bit of a worry. He rides a Harley across America. He's got a big Stetson. Yeah,
I know.
It's a bit of a worry.
I thought that was his brother.
No. I see what you're getting at here. Yeah.
Jeans tucked into the boots, maybe.
I think he has seen Brokeback Mountain, but that's it. Yeah. Haven't we all? No, Michael in that sort of white tight Ferrari shirt was a bit of a worry, don't you think?
The sort of floral thing. Oh no, that was the previous day. The sort of the slightly see-through floral shirt.
See, Michael leaves Formula
making this
One,
up,
and we're talking about his clothes. I mean, even people who don't know about Formula One know about Michael Schumacher.
Yeah, so his life has got an awful lot less interesting if this is what we're talking about.
But
now.
did you see? I think Willy Webber, his manager, said that he will earn as much this year from endorsements and commercials as he did last year from racing.
Well,
which is extraordinary.
But that has always been, or at least for most of his career, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's endorsements and sponsorship was always a big part of Michael's income, and he was always, I think, he was very shrewd in exploiting his popularity.
Yeah, but I think now with that pesky racing business out of the way, much more time to make appalling TV adverts. It's just strange. His career has just changed, where he's become a media entity rather than a racing driver. Let's see how it pans out, whether it'll be hello and welcome to Richard and Michael.
Yes.
Genius way. So we'll just have this chat show. So tell me about your new single.
He's the Linda Barker of
with a funny wobbly voice.
Oh no, I'm thinking of Schumacher doing the national lottery.
Release the balls.
And the first ball out could have been out of the thing a little bit quicker. I think if we shave a little bit of the aerodynamics of one side of the ball, it will be more efficient.
You think he'll be giving feedback notes on the setup of the machine?
Almost certainly, yeah. And he'll insist, because there are like 4 lottery machines that you can choose from, aren't they?
Yes.
They've all got different names.
Merlin and
you
or something. I don't know what.
You're a gambling man, aren't you? And Michael will insist on having the quickest of the 4 machines, of course, won't he?
Of course.
The one with the latest parts on it. Beardy billionaire barrow boy Sir Alan Saccharin has gathered together 22 of the brightest stars in the business of Formula One. They'll all be put through Sir Alan's rigorous testing process. One by one, the underperformers will be eliminated until the F1 Apprentice is found. This week's task is to get the best media reports from the Spanish Grand Prix, and the candidates now face Sir Alan in the boardroom.
So, good task, was it, eh? Who got the most press attention at Barcelona, then? Fernando, was it you?
No, Sir Alan, it wasn't me.
Lewis Hamilton, surely it was you. The press love you more than anybody, don't they?
No, Sir Alan.
So tell me then, who bloody did get the most press in Spain?
It was me, Sir Alan.
You? You're not meant to be here. No, wait a minute. Michael Schumacher, you're retired.
Gareth Jones on speed.
And still with the Spanish Grand Prix, there were some fairly interesting aerodynamic bits popping up on some of the cars.
The most famous of them all, I suppose, is the new upper plane, the upper element to the front wing on the McLaren. On the is it the MP24000? I forget what it is. The number of these
22.4.
MP3 player, something like that.
M4A. Yeah.
So sort of gentle arc over between the end plates.
Yeah,
over the top of the nose,
bridging those two end plates, and to me, it's there not just to create downforce at the front. They don't have any problem generating downforce anymore. It's there to
unless you're Honda.
Hey. It's there to manage the airflow over the whole car. And, an element like that, I can't believe we haven't seen it before, that anyone else hasn't done that.
You think that if it's within the rules, why hasn't somebody done that kind of thing before, maybe at Monaco?
But this is what baffles me about Formula One aerodynamics. When you say, why hasn't everyone done it before? But you look at the sort of cyclical nature of the aerodynamics. Everyone went high nose.
Yeah.
Then they went low nose again.
Yeah.
Why? Why is it that they went, high nose is clearly the best solution? Now, the fundamental shape of the cars didn't change between them then going back to low nose again. It's not like when, they moved the cockpits back in sort of, 92, 93.
Yeah.
Why are they doing this? Is it like everybody goes, hang on a minute, this was a rubbish idea. I don't know why we wasted half the season on it. It's really strange.
I wonder if there's a slightly complicated interplay between different bits of the car and something will happen along the lines of, a new gearbox design becomes popular, and and the back of the car tends to take a certain shape, and that has a knock-on effect that means that they want to do something slightly different with the airflow at the front of the car, and so everyone does that thing. And then when the new gear,
you have to think of the car as a whole thing these days, and the front wing is, like I said, not just for generating downforce, but for managing stuff over the whole car. But the thing we have to take into consideration is that the regulations regarding front wings have changed over the last few years. When the height of the front wing was set higher, there was a benefit in bringing the nose a little bit lower, closer to the wing, bizarrely, apparently. But coming back to this McLaren wing, right, cars have had some great nicknames for their aerodynamic appendages over the years. Do you remember the twin towers that were on the Jordan and the Sauber? No, there was those aerodynamic towers.
The winglets.
Twin towers. We had do you remember the Williams BMW Walrus? Yeah. I've got a name for the McLaren.
Handlebar moustache.
The potato peeler.
Oh, he's good.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah.
It's a potato peeler, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
One of those double-handled ones. You're not the one, the longitudinal, but the transverse variety.
I've actually got a nickname for the front wing on the Honda.
Oh, what's that?
The bag of
Actually, talking about the Honda front wing, Honda tried these little aerodynamic winglets to manage the airflow over the front of the car. Did you see them? Did you see the pictures of them at Barcelona? When
that's right. Yeah.
Oh, the sun went in a little bit.
They were described in two ways. One person described them as Dumbo's ears. They're like that, Dumbo's ears. And another person described them as Jar Jar Binks.
Oh.
Actually, talking
really
of aerodynamic and design wackiness as well, at Barcelona at the testing, the McLaren sprouted an extra set of door mirrors, or wing mirrors. What do you call them? They're not
wing mirrors.
Door mirrors.
Pod mirrors.
Sprouted doors on which they put mirrors.
It had two sets, didn't it?
Yeah.
I think they were testing them out for the FIA. That's what was happening there. They were asked to try out new positions for double wing mirrors and stuff to see what the effect was.
Interesting that the Renault mirrors appear to be on the side pods, and they're kind of... Did you notice?
On the inside of those vertical planes.
Yeah, whereas usually you've got your mirrors mounted on the body, basically just sprouting out. The Renault mirrors are coming in from the outside.
Yeah.
Don't know what the benefit of that is, but
maybe they don't either. No, hang on, I'm thinking of Honda.
F1 is a technology formula, right? We're having problems at the moment sighting mirrors in positions where drivers can see what's going on. They're all complaining about it. The mirrors are too small, they're in a bad position. All the aerodynamic appendages on the side pods make it very difficult. It's about time that we had webcams on the cars, or just use all the cameras on the cars.
Little reversing cameras. Like some
exactly.
Little aftermarket things you can add.
Have a heads-up display on the visor of the driver's helmet, so he could have 360-degree chameleon-like visibility.
Like those fighter pilots have, where they can fire missiles by looking at things.
Yeah, that's right.
Never look at your own legs in like an Apache helicopter gunship.
Oh!
I just looked at my house. Damn.
Is there going to be a danger of information overload here for drivers? You've got so much going on. If you're giving them a little information on the display, is that going to be too much for them to deal with? It's okay if you're driving a road car, and if you had if you have a head-up display.
When you're driving a road car, because I've tried in cars with those reversing cameras, and I think they flip the image because you're used to looking in a mirror, and your brain can't process the idea of left and right being. Do you know what I mean? I'm explaining this incredibly badly.
It behaves like a. Hang on,
you've learnt to reverse using a mirror, using the reverse image, and if you then get presented with the non-reversed image, the non-flipped image, it confuses you.
Can't work it.
Now, what you've got here is what's called reverse scan. You see, if the image is flipped backwards, it behaves like a mirror. If it's like a television, it's going to be wrong. So you have to be. You really need to be able to make that choice on the screen. However, the people who are least likely to make an error reversing a car with webcam and mirrors in reverse scan, puppeteers.
Yeah, I always have a puppeteer in the car with me.
I do
for
as
those
well.
tricky
Keith
reversing
Harris was optional on the Lexus LS460 as a reversing aid.
And do you know what puppeteers?
Tell me.
These guys who operate the big puppets, like the spitting image puppets or Gilbert on Get Fresh,
right? Your old colleague,
they've got their hand up, they're doing the mouth, the other hand is doing the arm. They've got a monitor on their knees which they're looking at, and the image is flipped, so it behaves like a mirror, so they can have complete control and go the right way. They would never mess up a car reversing with a reverse scan monitor. That's all I'm saying.
There you go, folks. Keep a puppeteer in the car at all times.
That's it. This was Gareth Jones on Speed. This was Richard. Say goodbye, Richard.
Goodbye.
Say goodbye, Zog.
Goodbye, Zog.
And I was Gareth Jones. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Felipe, hi. Michael again. Yes? Just to say, well done on making a series of excellent and in no way embarrassing TV adverts this year.
What?
Oh, no, wait. That was me.
No, it wasn't.
Gareth Jones on Speed was designed for aerodynamic efficiency at low Reynolds numbers and was made by Whiz Bang.